This is Google Drive. Your Drive can be used instead of Microsoft Office. It's totally free and will come with your Google account that you set up with the college. We're advising that as many students as possible start using your Drive so that you always have your content online. It means that you don't forget your memory stick, lose your memory stick, or lose any other documents easily, because it's all stored under your Google login. Okay, so this is vaguely what your Drive will look like. However, until you set it up, you won't have all the documents and folders that you'd like. Okay, so what we've got, if you want to create a new document, over on the left hand side is a create button. You can also upload any other documents. So for example, if you already have some Word documents that you'd like to upload, click into your files and it will open up your desktop, your documents that you can search through. So I'm just going to upload this one just as a test. So if I click open on there, then it started uploading it, and it will also convert it into Google format. Sometimes the formatting on Word documents and things can be lost if you convert to the Google style. However, you will still be able to download the file as a Word document so that you can see it as it was when you uploaded it. Okay, so it's great to back up any old documents as well. Okay, now if you click on create over on the left hand side, then you can create a folder, document, presentation, spreadsheet, or form. Those are the ones that you're likely to use more often. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just show you quickly how to create a new document. So if you just create document. Okay, what you've got up at the top is something that looks very much like Word if you've used that. What you'll need to do is click on Untitled Document and rename it. Okay, so I'm just going to call it New Document. So it's just for this purpose. So I'm going to click on OK. Okay, so your document is now created. It says that all changes have been saved in Drive, and what you'll find, which is also a benefit from using Word, is that it will automatically save every few minutes, so that all your content is never lost. Okay, so you've got all your editing options. You can change your font style, bold, italic, underline. It does look very much like Word, so if you're familiar with that, then you should be fine at editing it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take you back to the Drive. So if you go back to Google Drive, you don't need to click on save or anything like that. What you'll find is that the document is there, and if you click to open it, it's just there. Okay, now the main thing that you're going to possibly want to do with documents and presentations and anything else is share it with other people. The reason you'll want to do this is perhaps that your teacher has requested that you share some work with them. This is so that they can comment on it and provide you feedback. It's also so that they can monitor your progress with the topic. They may like to comment on your document to give you a little bit of help so that you can carry on with your work. You may also like to share it with your peers. So for example, you're doing some revision on a certain topic area, you could write down key questions that you're maybe struggling with, share it with some peers, and they'll then be able to add their content to help you collate a set of revision notes as a group, so that you can put all your knowledge together. Okay, so what you'll need to do, if you go over to the right hand side at the top, if you hover over share, the automatic is that it will say private only to me, so only you can access this document. So if you want to share it, click on the blue button, and what it will do is load up a list. Okay, so what you'll need to do is invite people. So I can enter the name of somebody I'm already connected with. Okay, so for example, I'm connected with James and I'd like to share it with him. So all I'll do is click on the email address below. Now, if you're not connected to somebody on Google, what you'll need is their Google email address so that you can add them in. So it's just easier if you're connected first. I would leave the notify people via email box ticked so that when you've shared it, they get a notification to say that you shared something with them. Because if you haven't spoken to them in person, you'll still want them to know that that document is then sat in their shared with me files, and I'll show you how to access those shortly. You can change the options over here. So for example, you might not want your tutor to edit your content. you might just want them to comment on it, so then you can make the changes later. You might also just want other people to view it. So for example, you've done a set of notes that you just want to share with others. You don't necessarily want them to change it or make any comments on it, you just want them to be able to view. So you can change those options there. I'm going to leave that as can edit. Okay, and then if you click on the bottom, you can click share and save here in the green button, and it will share it with them. Okay, so that is how you will be able to share a document. And if you click on share and save that person, you'll see underneath here that it has changed so that James is there as a collaborator. Now it might be the case that further down the line you'd like to remove that person, perhaps they've left the programme or they're no longer studying that module with you, so you can take them off by just clicking the cross there. Okay, you can click on save changes. Alright, and click on done, and that one's sorted. Okay. Now that is your document. If you go back into your drive, you'll be able to see all the other things created. Now because I've been using my drive for a while, I've got some folders on there. What you might like to do is create a new folder. Okay, so I'm just going to call this Workskills, because I need to get some things put together for that, and I'm going to click the blue button of create. Okay, and you can see that it's turned up there. Now what you'll notice is that it's grey. This is the default colour for any folder that you've created. So if you'd like to organise your files a little bit better, you can click next to any folder, right click on it, and you get all your other options. So you can share the whole folder with somebody, okay, and that's exactly the same process as I've just showed you with the document. You can move it to somewhere else, so you maybe want to move a folder to within a folder, you can rename it, and you can also change colour, and then you've got different colour options so that you can organise your folders accordingly. Okay, so that's creating folders and creating documents. Now creating any other type of document is over on the left hand side via create, so your presentations and spreadsheets and forms are all on there. They're fairly self-explanatory to create. If you've got any issues, just speak to your tutor and they should be able to help you. Other peers may also have experience of Google and may be able to help with those things, but you can create them and share them in the same way, and anytime they're modified they'll be constantly updated on here. Okay, now if someone else has shared a document with you that they'd like you to contribute to, so either your tutor or your peers, you can click on the shared with me box. Now this will come up with any other folders, any other documents that have been shared with you, and you can just click into one of those. So I'm just going to go in here. Okay, and this is some of the Workskills plan, which I don't really probably want you to see too much of, but as you can see I can type straight into this and make changes, and that will be automatic. I don't need to click on save at any point, it will already be in there. So I'm just going to click back, and that will take you back to the shared with me documents. Okay, so it's constantly updated. I guess the possible drawback with that is that other people might make changes that you might not want. However, you can restore old versions within a document, okay? And I've done some instructions of how to do that so that you can see how that can be done. Okay, so that's, you're creating documents over on the left-hand side, and you can click in your shared with me. You can also go into recent documents. If you have got a lot of documents on there and you're struggling to find something, you'll be able to see something that you've recently worked on. Okay, I think that's everything you'll probably need to know with Drive. It's fairly straightforward. It's just somewhere to keep your documents and share them with others and contribute on each other's work. Okay, good luck.